Thanks for tuning in, and thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. Hit 500 subscriptions, so as a way to celebrate, I'm doing a giveaway. So what I'm going to do is walk through the items that are available for the giveaway, how the giveaway will work, and then give you a description of the timeline and all of that. So thank you, and let's get started. I have before me the items that are up for giveaway, and in addition to a first place and a second place, they'll be able to choose 2 items each. So of the 8 items here, which I'll go through in detail in a moment, and I'll put some timestamps down below so you can jump ahead. In addition to picking any two of these items, I also will be including a sample vial of Parker Penman Sapphire. And since it's rare and hard to find, and I kind of stumbled into it, I thought it'd be fun to share. So yeah, I'm thinking 2 winners. They each get 2 items and a sample vial of Parker Penman. So here's what's required. You need to be a subscriber to my channel, leave a comment, like the video, and then fill out the attached Google form. The form will go over some of the requirements. You do need to live in the United States if you want to participate. That said, if you don't qualify, if you don't live in the United States, if you're not 18 years or older, I still would like feedback, and so please leave comments, fill out the Google form. You can still fill it out. Yeah, you just won't be able to win. But you need to live in the U.S. just because, shipping, you need to have, liked, commented. And there's a couple questions that are part of the form, which will be, I am requiring, in fact, the winners will be judged off of these last 2 questions in the form, which is feedback, criticism, constructive criticism, please, and then any video ideas you'd like to see. So kind of a generic input question that can help me as a channel. And then the final question is an Ask Me Anything. So I'm planning to do a video where I answer a lot of questions, and I'd love some good questions. So based on how good those answers are to those 2 questions, you could be a winner. And for the first place and then runner-up, 2 winners, I will reach out to you via email and ask you which 2 items you want, and then I'll contact the second place and do the same. So first place gets first pick. And let's see, before I dive into the individual items, again, if you don't qualify, I still would love you to fill out the form because it asks those questions. I'd still love you to leave a comment on this video, but you don't need to fill in your email address or your name if you aren't participating in the giveaway. And I should say, all of the items here are as is. I don't have original packing materials, but I will wrap them up nicely for shipping. The journals are unused, and the ink has been used to fill 1 pen. And if you know about Noodler's inks, they are very much full. They're topped off very full, so it's basically a new bottle of ink. The 5 pens here are very lightly used. They've only been used a few times, as part of learning about fountain pens and seeing what you like and don't like. You just find that out, and in the process, these aren't pens that I reach for. They aren't pens that I'm really using. So I'd love to find homes for them. Do these in an ascending price based on what I paid, and I'll tell you where I purchased them and a little bit more about them. So these, I ordered these through Temu, and they were each about $7. The red wine was $6.97. The dark gray was $7.19. So we'll say $7 or so. They are unused. They are from Temu, so they're made in China. The description said that they have genuine leather. You have to question some of that, but they each have a closure. The outside looks kind of a little glossy on this one, which feels quite nice. It's got this little thing here. So these are in the style of a traveler's notebook. These are obviously imitations. The interior, it's too smooth to be like the leather surface, so I think it's just something glued on. And I don't doubt that this is real leather, but it's not expensive leather, and they do have something inside that I'm not a huge fan of, and that's why I think someone else might benefit more. I have not tested the paper. This is as far as fountain pen friendliness, but this one comes with a lined notebook as well as this kind of brown notebook. And then they have these little card, like credit card holder, little zipper pouch there. Okay, similar for this dark gray. So it's got a different closure. This one's got this metal piece here. It also has this ornate thing. This one is not glossy on the outside. It's more of a matte, but it's got some texture to it. And the inside also has kind of that smooth material that's not leather, but it does feel like this exterior very well could be leather. I think it is. And then this also has the zipper, and on the other side it's got the card holder, and then it's got a lined notebook and a blank. So those two notebooks are about $7 each from Temu. Next up, I have, see if I can pronounce this right, Monaggio, and it's called the Luxury Black. It has a fine nib. It's a hooded nib, and I don't love hooded nibs, and that's part of why I don't use it. So this has a snap cap. It's actually quite firm. You can hear. It posts very securely, very well. It's a more narrow pen. I purchased this on Amazon for $9.99. I don't know if it was a sale or if that was full price, but you can see the hooded nib there. I'm not huge into fine nibs, and I've found that out through my process, and hooded nibs. So this is one that I don't reach for, but it does write quite nicely. It's got a nice elegant look to it. This is a cartridge converter pen. So you can see the converter that's here. It's not, necessarily heavy. It's got a good grip section. It's a little on the narrow side, but it's not. That's not a deal breaker for me. Let's see, clip wise, pretty stiff, but usable. So, all right. So this is the Monaggio Luxury Black, fine nib. Spoiler: all the pens I'm reviewing, all the pens as part of this have fine nibs. One says it's medium, but it's really more of a fine. All right, next would be the Noodler's Red Black ink. This I purchased from Goulet for $14 or so, and it's actually a very full bottle, as you know, with the Noodlers. So this has been used to fill one pen. My hang up with this ink is not the color. I actually quite like the color. It's quite similar to writer's blood. It's darker than an ox blood, so I like that deep red dark red. It it has a little bit of, if you've written with it and it's thick, and then later you go back and smear over it, it seems like there's something there that will smear. So that's my biggest hang up on it. I also don't know, as far as mixing, if it just has to be shaken well, or I don't know. I purchased this because I like those deep reds, and I had heard good things about the ink. But as you know, sometimes you just don't love something. So hopefully we'll find a good home for this ink. It's been stored very well in a drawer, so there's no light, and it's got this dark bottle anyway. So cool temperatures, none of that should be an issue. All right. Okay, next up, we've got a couple more pens here. This pen is a Wing Sung 618, and I will be following that up with a Wing Sung 698, so not to get these confused. The 618 has a fine nib. It's a piston filler, as you can see here. This one, I got both of these through eBay. This one was 15. The 698 was 20. Let's see how many turns this takes to untwist here. Just over one, which is nice. The pen performs well, but it does have a hooded nib. See if you can see here. It's really cool because it's this see-through, this transparent section. And so I quite like the aesthetics of it, and it's designed to post well. It posts in a way that it doesn't mess with the piston knob. And if I remember right, this pops out. Yeah, this pops out so that you can twist it, and then the knob snaps back in. So it's a quite nice pen, nice look. There's some really good reviews on YouTube about this pen, which is why I bought it. I just didn't know at the time that I didn't like hooded nibs. So that is the Wing Sung 618 with a fine nib. So here's the Wing Sung 698. Similar aesthetic, but I got this one in the silver hardware instead of the gold. It's also, actually, this is the one with the knob that comes out. That other one I don't, yeah, so it comes out like that so that you can operate the piston. Let's see how many twists. Under one, so both very good as far as that goes. This one posts a little tricky. In fact, I don't know. I'm not feeling it post here. A lot of times I don't post my pens, so yeah, this one doesn't post secure, so it's good to know on that. This also has a transparent section, and this clear feed, which is actually really cool. I quite like that. But again, it's a fine nib. I just don't find myself reaching for it. So this has also had some really good reviews on YouTube, and I would recommend checking those out. And hopefully we'll find a good home for some of these pens. All right. Next, also about $20. This is the Hongdian Forest Rainbow, and I fell in love with the aesthetic of this pen. It's beautiful. It's a lot of good reviews on the Hongdian Forest series. It posts very securely. It does make it a little bit long, but it's not seriously back-weighted. It's a good feel in the hand. The nib is fine, and the nib is also rainbow iridescent. One of the hang-ups is that this is a fine nib. The other hang-up is that this section is just a little bit slippery. So that is, it's got this nice knurling here. It feels great. But yeah, when you're writing, your hand, at least for me, my fingers will slip forward a little bit. It does have this little upturn at the end of the section. So by all means, it's a nice pen. It's a great pen, but it's just one that I don't find myself using, and someone else I think would enjoy it. So this is a cartridge converter pen, and again, these pens are all as is. They've been slightly used, but they have not been abused. So Hongdian Forest with a fine nib. Okay, last but not least, item number 8 to choose from. This is a Dryden Designs Rosewood, and I have an emerald green colored Dryden Designs in a medium that I really liked. I purchased this one, and it's medium. What they're calling a medium is more of a fine. So I don't like it as much for that reason. And I have had it's been a drier writer. I think running like a brass sheet through that might help. With Dryden Design pens, you can't disassemble the nib and the feed, just so you're aware of that. But I do think for the right person, this pen could be amazing. I paid $24.95 on Amazon, and I don't know if I mentioned the Hongdian Rainbow Forest was also an Amazon purchase. So just trying to cover all my bases here. It is a cartridge converter pen. This one's got a little ink agitator in it. Some people like that, some people don't. It is a finer nib. Like I say, they call it a medium. It's a snap cap. It's got a pretty good sound to it, if you can hear. So yeah, pretty significant snap. As far as posting, it doesn't post very well, and I mean it's secure enough, but it just doesn't look great posted. And my fear is that posting it could damage the wood here. And it's such a beautiful, I got it because of the look too. I really like that rosewood color. Very comfortable to hold unposted, so I would recommend that. And the grip, the grip section is perfect. It feels great. It's just a very fine writer. So those are the 8 items that are part of this giveaway. Okay, so thank you for watching through those. Please leave a comment if you have a question about a specific item. But yeah, please like, comment, fill out the form. Hopefully you're already subscribed to my channel. If you're not, go ahead, do it. Give me some feedback, give me some criticism, things I can do to make my videos better. Please try to be constructive on those. And I'm looking forward to doing an Ask Me Anything video, so I would love to have those in the Google form. And that's it. Thanks. Oh, one last thing. The time frame on this. I'm posting this as soon as I can. Today is Sunday the 22nd. I'm hoping I can get this up today. And then I'm planning to run this through for about a week. So you have until midnight on Saturday, so 11:59 p.m. Saturday the 28th. And then on Sunday the 29th, a week from today, I will be announcing winners. Thank you so much, and we will talk to you later.